This week on Flick Knows, we go through the quick stats, land title stats for May, and 4 things that we are keeping an eye on for the future of real estate. Stay tuned. Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in for another episode of Flick Knows. We're going to go through the quick stats here, and we'll just get right into it. On the market, last 7 days, we're looking at 58 new listings. 40 properties have gone pending, 19 properties have sold, and 43 properties have price reduced. Looking at an inventory, which is a good indicator as well as far as kind of what's going to be happening in the marketplace. We ended May of 2024, so just last month, at 862 in comparison to 2023 at 729. This is at 862. June of 23, so a year ago we were at 854. Today we are at 970 with 596 choices. So that's where we stand inventory wise. We'll get into the land title numbers here for the month of May. So May, just the month of May here, 2024, the average residential price was $1,416,993 to be precise. And you know what? I had a comment last week about inserting graphs, etc. I'm going to connect to the data. You can see, I'll put the link down below in this email here. You can link off and explore all the data that's used for this. Listen, I'm not trying to sway you one way or the other here, but I am presenting you with the facts of what is on the market and what is going on in the marketplace, and you can make your own decisions here. But so average residential price was $1,004,000. Price per square foot on average was $845. That is across all categories of residential. Year to date, so for the first 5 months out of the year, the average transaction price was again $1,482,677. Average price per square foot was $849. Single family homes up 19%, multifamily up 9%, and this is year to date over 2023. Vacant land down 18%. I see vacant land swing pretty wildly depending on how big the piece of land is in our area. It can go up and down pretty dramatically. And then going into monetary volume, so for the percent change 2024, so year over year 2023, just the month of May, monetary volume in May was up 27%, and transactions were up 9% for the month of May. So deals are happening here. Year to date, 2024 transactions are up 34%, and 11% transactions. Yeah, so transactions are up 34% year to date, and money dollar volume is up 11% year to date over 2023. So transactions are up, dollar volume is up, prices are up year over year right now. And I know for a lot of you that's not really computing because interest rates are up as well, and inventory is up, and you feel like the prices should be coming down. But all I can do here is present you with the data, and the data is saying that we're in a very healthy real estate market. So average price for a residential single family home was $2.4 million. Multifamily, so condos and townhomes, was $1,034,000, and vacant land was $559,000, and that is across Summit County here. So that's what we're looking at there for the month of May, and kind of year to date. I think we're in a pretty healthy real estate market at the moment. There's been a lot of talk about interest rates. I have the conversation quite frequently. And I think right now we're in kind of this healthy real estate market where buyers want to buy, sellers are interested in selling in this market. So we're seeing a little bit more inventory. We're seeing buyers being able to negotiate. There's 4 things that I am keeping an eye on here to see if things are going to take off in our market again. One is, the Fed essentially, they're having their meetings. Everybody's watching those really closely because that's really going to affect our interest rates. Is there a direct correlation? No, but yes, it does have a significant effect on it. So the Fed needs to be talking a little bit more dovish and a little less hawkish, right? That's one thing that we need to be following about their interest rates and whether they're going to cut that Fed interest rate. Inflation, that's the other big thing because the Fed is watching the CPI index there. This last meeting, they were expecting those CPI numbers to come in at 3.4%. They came in at 3.3%. So they are getting that under control, which is making people feel a little bit more comfortable. And then we need the rates to drop a little bit, right? And I'm not anticipating that anytime soon. I would expect another 6 months before we see interest rates having any sort of effect. Don't take my word for it. I think that's where we're looking at now, but we've been saying that interest rates are going to be dropping for about 18 months to 2 years now. This is the latest prediction is where once we're getting the CPI under control here a little bit and inflation under control. Yeah, I think if we see like a 6.5 on primary residence mortgages, we'll see things starting to loosen up a little bit there. And then the media, just in general, is really getting all over the housing market. And I think if the media starts speaking more positively, we'll start seeing that affect the real estate market as well. Good news for you as a buyer right now is that they continue to speak negatively about where the housing market is and what's going on as far as transactions are and the difficulty of the market. And so that presents an opportunity for you. But any questions about any of these things that I'm talking about, certainly reach out to me, teamflick@summitliving.com. We're bringing you the facts here. So stay tuned next week for another episode of Flick Knows.